Hey All Stars, let's get ready to do our art project for this week. So this week, guys, we had our discussion and we're talking about and we're looking at artwork that's depicting nature. And specifically, we're looking at trees as the subject matter of our pieces of art. So today, what you're going to do for your art is you guys are going to draw a tree. You're going to create your own artwork based on a tree. Before we start, first things first, make sure you have your first name, last name up here, your grade level, and your homeroom teacher. Don't put Mr. Gill there. I know you're my student. Put your homeroom teacher there. And if you guys send it to me, and if I do choose to use it in a slideshow, I will cut that off so it doesn't show your information. So keep that on top so that I can know whose it belongs to. Then I can trim it if I need to show it later. But let's get started. So we're going to be using crayon for this project, guys. You can use color pencil if you want later. If you want to use marker, you can. But I want to start everything off with crayon just because it's easier to start off with. So first things first, we're going to use curved lines. And I want you guys to be thinking about what kinds of lines you're using. I'm going to ask you questions about that, and we'll go over lines as well. A little refresher if you need it. So I'm going to use two curved lines to start off my tree shape. We're doing this part together. You guys are going to finish it. Okay, I have two curved lines for my tree shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some straight lines. Make sure you get a nice press on those lines here. I'm going to use those for my branches. Okay. Then I'm going to use curved lines, and I kind of went pretty high on this. I should have brought it down a little bit lower, but we're going to keep going anyway. Some different kinds of curved lines. Remember, they don't have to be perfect. And we can have them in here. We can bring them inside as well. See what kind of different effects you get by going different directions with these lines. I'm using the tip here. Okay, got that going. After we're done with that, we want to create a horizon line for our art. So I'm going to start here on the edge. I'm going to go straight across. Your horizon does not have to be straight. You can be on a hill if you want, but for me, I'm going to do straight. All the way across. There's my horizon line. Now from here, guys, our tree is the subject matter, right? That's the main focus of our art. Does it have to be the only thing in our work? It does not have to be the only thing. You could have a fence in the background. You could have a fence with a bird over here. You could have someone standing right here in the back. You could have a dog here. You could put anything you want from nature into this picture. But make sure that the tree is seen as the main focus of your art. Okay? I'm going to add some more lines here just to add some extra details. I'm going to add some straight vertical lines here. Remember, we can have vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines. These are more diagonal here. Okay, that's interesting. I can add some zigzag lines for the grass. However you like. When you're coloring in, you can use crayon techniques like the side crayon technique. Using the side, I think that's the best for big spaces. Do you want to use hard pressure or light pressure? Hard pressure would be like this. Light pressure would be like this. You can make those choices. I'm not going to finish mine, so it's okay. Hard pressure versus light pressure. You experiment and make those decisions. Again, for the sky, I can do side. Let's say I wanted to do a sun and I wanted to do some blended colors. I can do a half circle over here. I can color it in with yellow. Now, as you guys get older, you want to try and do different things. So I'm coloring in this yellow, and I'm going to try and blend some color. So what can I blend with this yellow? Maybe I'll blend some orange. I think a yellow sun looks a little boring. I'm going to add some orange in. Start blending colors. I'll add some black in that orange. There it is. Press a little harder with the yellow and the orange. Maybe I'll add a little bit of red, not a lot of red, but just a very light shading of red. Kind of hard to do this while videotaping. So you can already see how it makes it look a little bit different. I can add more yellow on top. Once you're done with the color, doesn't mean you can't go back over. So I want you guys to experiment with different things, different kinds of coloring, different techniques, different lines. And you guys are going to answer some questions about your artwork, about what you did and how you did it. That's how I'm going to take a grade, is how the questions you answer about your project. Now, I'm also going to include some instructions on how to take a picture of your art and how to upload it to the assignment. I would really like to see your artwork. I know that sometimes it's a little tricky to figure out how to do that and how to put it on the internet, so that's okay. Give it your best shot. If you can't, as long as you turn in and answer the questions about your artwork, that'll be your grade for the week. But I do want you to try your best to take a picture this week and upload it to the assignment. Don't email it to me, because it's harder for me to see that way. It gets lost in my emails. You have to attach it to the assignment. And I'm gonna have a video with instructions on how you guys can do that. It's easiest to do with a smartphone. So if your mom or dad has a smartphone, or if you have a smartphone and you have Wi-Fi, then you can do it. The smartphone needs to have the Google Classroom app, but once you have that, it's not too hard. So I'll give you guys some instructions on how to do that. But other than that, guys, I can't wait to see what kind of details you have. Now, mine is not finished. Okay, this is just the base of what you can do. And I noticed my tree is a little too big. I started another one. I think this one might be a better size. You can fit more material into that. I kind of wanted to make my tree a little bit too big, but that's okay too. You can make those choices. So that is your assignment for the week, boys and girls. Get started on your work, and we'll see you next time.